Hello, my name is Elizabeth Goddard from Revive Your Soul. I've been working over the last, through January, putting together a list of glossary terms for emotional abuse used within that you might hear when you're recovering. It might be, jargon, it might be words that you haven't come across before. So I've done an A to Z. I haven't got exactly one word for every single letter of the alphabet, but I've put together an A to Z, and this one is R. So R is for red flags and R is for rage. Rage is very similar to narcissistic rage. So this is when a cluster B personality, an emotional abuser, is being threatened in some way. They go into a rage. It's threatening of their security, threatening of their safety, and they violate other people's boundaries. And when they feel or perceive they've been attacked, they then explode. So there are various, I think it's 7 stages of anger. I'm fairly sure it's 7 stages of anger, but they go from 0 to 7 in a nanosecond. They just explode out of nowhere, and it's actually really frightening when it happens. So R is for rage. R is for red flags. A red flag is a warning. It's something you might see in motor racing. They come out with a red flag to flag the drivers down, to warn them that there's danger. I think of red flags, I think of The Railway Children, really a film I loved as a child, and I still do really. And the oldest child, they're walking along the railway tracks, and they see, I think it was a landslide, and the Roberta, the older daughter, pulls off her knickers, or it might be the middle one, I can't remember now. Anyway, they get a flag, and they put the knickers on a stick, and they wave it to stop the train. These are markers. They're to tell you something isn't right. Red flags are could be behaviour, it could be masks dropping, it could be your gut instinct that's saying something doesn't feel right, things don't tie up, there's all sorts of just things do not add up, and they don't add up because there's something, there is something wrong. It's that gut feeling. It's the you might experience them, small ones, during the idealisation stage, where something doesn't quite add up, and then or something happens. Maybe they're flipping between idealisation and devaluing, and in the cycle of abuse, and they are just testing you to see, how far they can push you, where your boundaries are, and how they can knock those down. A red flag is your intuition telling you something isn't right. It's a feeling that you get that things either don't match up, don't add up, and it's your body telling you that this isn't right. But you're told that you've got it all wrong, or whatever the excuse is, and they've broken down your boundaries. Now, all the people that I've worked with, and a lot of people that I've spoken with, when we've been talking about the initial part of the relationship, I was saying that, a lot of people say, I'll give them 3 chances. I'll give people 3 chances, and you'll get to the 3rd chance, and they'll come up with a reason, a good excuse. They'll go back into massive love bombing, and telling you how amazing you are, just to knock that boundary back down. And the thing is, once you've gone to the 3rd one, you've given them the 3rd chance, and you haven't walked away, they've won, basically, and you're hooked into that relationship, and they can more or less do anything they want, and they'll get away with anything they want. And it's all done, it's all very low key, it's all done in one of the earlier recordings that I did, videos I did, I was talking about a documentary I've been watching, and the parents were close with the paedophile. This paedophile had wormed his way into the family, and they were devastated by the amount they let this person get away with, even though they said no, it's something that he wanted to do. He wanted to take this child horse riding, he wanted to do whatever, and breaking down their boundaries. And they do. It's just, I was trying to explain to someone when they were talking about the parents and the role they played in it, and I was saying, but you have to remember, this is done over such a long period of time. The tiny little things don't feel quite wrong. It's not something that happens over in a short period of time. This is drawn out, it's done, it's very, very insidious, it's very it's done over such a long period of time. It's tiny little steps they make when they're going into their prey. So think maybe of a lioness going in for the hunt, or a leopard, and the way they creep and they keep focus on their prey, and they move very, very slowly and very quietly, and very focused. And that's exactly what's happening. So red flags are a warning, they're danger. You get the warnings via it might be a feeling, an intuition, a gut feeling, or it might be that they come up in little pockets of memories. So you might remember something and that didn't, you're tying it up. It's red flags are really important. First one, jump out. Don't give anyone second or third chances. These people have done their research. They've listened to you. They've mirrored you. They're playing the role that they believe that you want them to play. They're not real, and this is about getting out really, really quickly and safely.